A night with the dead who cannot die. A night of total terror. Night of the living dead.
It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming. Leave your body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Don't run away. It's only me.
Hey, folks, we're back. Of course, we're doing 1968's Night of the Living Dead, the George A. Romero's classic, the one that kicked it all off for the genre that we all love and mostly hate at times. I'm one of your hosts, RJ. Sitting across from me is the man, the myth, Rooster.
What's up, sir?
How is it going today?
It's going.
We're actually doing it during the daylight time, so
Yeah, it's strange.
It's weird for
very
once. I can see
strange.
paperwork and everything going on.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
see all the nakedness down the waist.
Yep.
No pant party.
I love these glass desks.
We said we do it, so we're doing it. So Night of the Living Dead, 1968 version. I did the black and white. Which one did you do?
I did black and white.
Yeah, we stayed to the trueness of it
Yeah,
all.
you had to stick with the original.
It's not everywhere, so I had to I had to watch mine on YouTube.
Yeah.
And where'd you check yours out? You had the disc,
I had the disc, but I ended up watching it on demand. It was just easier.
So there was a colorized version. There was versions out there with 20 extra minutes or something like that.
Yeah, there were a lot of strange.
There's some weird ones out there that they added shit and people hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I was reading somewhere, I can't remember exactly where, but like the new one of the like the past 10 years they came out again and they added shit that doesn't like they added film that wasn't recorded then.
Oh,
So I was thinking about just watching that one for shits and giggles, and people said it fucking was bad.
I believe it.
So
I mean, there were borderline moments that it could have gone either way.
there was some rough cuts in here.
Oh, very rough cut.
There was some continuity errors.
Yeah.
But I think, again, we're primed to be watching out for
And
that
I
shit.
actually noticed in the beginning credits there was a continuity lady.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot to grab her name.
So how does
But-
that play out real quick?
What do you mean?
Like, what did you see? What threw you out of place?
There were a few.
No, you talking about the continuity lady.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There was like a lady in charge of the continuity for the show.
Oh,
for the
that's
movie.
what you mean. Oh,
for the
yeah.
movie, yeah.
She should have been fired back
She
then.
should have been fired. Yeah.
There was a time when, what's her nuts?
Which one?
Barbara.
Barbara.
Ben gives her shoes to wear,
Yeah.
and then like immediately afterwards she doesn't have them on.
No.
The old wife pointed out, and I'm like, you're right. What the fuck happened to these shoes?
She didn't need them.
She didn't need them. She just sat on the couch the entire time.
She was zombie bait.
This is the one that basically started. I mean, there was other earlier black and white zombies, but they weren't like this.
No.
So you can everybody always points back to this one. For me, it has its problems, people, but I mean, what zombie movie
It's a
doesn't?
60s horror movie. Of
Yeah.
course it's going to have its problems.
There was times, oh man, there was the mechanical errors, like whenever they're like hammering.
Oh.
And they're like swinging. Ben's like swinging hard, but he gets real close and he's like
Donk.
slows down.
Yeah.
Tink. Tink.
There was a
It's
moment
like-
when he's hammering. I wanted to pull out the Ratchet Award, but I didn't know if it would work for movies.
Please
I didn't know if we
describe.
were going to move.
Please describe.
I can't remember
Okay,
offhand.
now I challenge you to remember as we go along.
I will try to remember.
But yeah, it is what it is. I always found.
I think
Okay.
I do remember.
Okay.
So he's going to remove a door.
Okay.
Okay. And instead of just pulling the hinges, or, just pulling the pins out of the hinges.
Oh, yeah.
He, like, whacks the hinge off instead of just pulling the pins out.
I do remember that.
I'm
I
like,
remember
what
seeing
are
that.
you doing?
Because I'll say it plain out that I am a bit of a door expert when it comes to construction. So
Yes.
I think what he was ultimately doing, and we're supposed to believe, was he's wedging the flat head screwdriver between the jamb and the hinge.
Yeah.
And so he's just whacking and prying it.
Yeah.
He would have had a lot quicker time just unscrewing them all or popping the pins.
Just pop the pins.
Pop the pins.
Yeah.
But I understand it in a weird way. For some reason, I give this movie a lot of collateral because
Wow.
these people, you got to remember, they're in a panic state.
Yes.
And Ben, I always wonder about this too. Like Ben, whenever anybody asks us, or if you ask a bunch of friends standing around, or anywhere lists are compiled on the internet, like some of your heroes, who would you want to form as a team? Like, I wonder why Ben is never on this list.
Yeah,
Because
he's
this guy-
overlooked.
He's
You're
a
right. He is
go-getter.
very overlooked.
I was remarking at the fact that he's like just doing shit. Like,
He's just going after it. As soon as he gets in the farmhouse, he's going after it.
and he's a survivor, right? Like
He is.
Some of the better ones on The Walking Dead don't pale in comparison to Ben.
Most of them.
Yeah, he's trying to like comfort Barbara, which is a fucking futile fucking act.
Right?
And
Fear could use a Ben.
oh man, well yeah.
Fear could use a few of their zombies too, though.
There's a lot more. Yeah, I was thinking too. Like during Ben's scene of the Beekman's Diner, when he's describing the Beekman's Diner storyline about how he discovered the problems that were going on.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot more world building than Fear the Walking Dead ever fucking did in that fucking story.
There were more zombies in this movie than Fear's had in the last 2 seasons.
and you got to give it to him. It was nighttime the entire time.
Most of the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Most of the time. And they made it very clear in the beginning that it was daylight savings time and it was still light out at 8 o'clock.
They were establishing a bunch of like qualifiers, and they're
Yes.
like, "Listen, it's daylight savings time."
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock.
That's why later on in the movie you see Washington D.C. and
Yeah.
it's daylight there for some reason. It's like supposed to be a live report or recording or something like. It's like, come on, it's like high noon in Washington D.C. right now.
Right.
Or they do the story of like the sheriff and his militia out in the field taking care of
Chief
shit.
I can't
Chief
pronounce his
Mulligan,
last name.
but
Mulligan, yeah.
It's like daylight, and he's just walking around, just killing shit, which is fine.
Yeah.
I want to be with that team.
Of course.
But yeah, there's some weird shit going on. But for some reason, I like this movie. I'll bash it, but I mean, I like
It's
it.
fun to bash, but it's hard not to like it.
Do you remember roughly about the time you saw this movie when you were a kid, like early?
Way early. You know, I don't remember the exact first time I seen it, but I do remember I was young.
Yeah.
Probably too young to be watching movies like this.
Probably watching some sort of like night feature somewhere, like on a
Probably.
regular station too.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just being transfixed on it, like, wow.
Yeah, it's just for some reason being black and white, it's just beautiful looking.
That's true.
I mean, it really does look very good in black and white.
It goes to the argument of less is more.
Yeah.
Less is more.
Yeah.
And I guess it speaks to what we liked about The Walking Dead, especially during the Darabont era, of like the what if questions. Like, how would you do this? How would they do that?
Yeah, there were many what ifs.
And how would you handle this? Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks they're going to be a Ben, but they might be a fucking Barbara sitting there freaking out.
That would most likely be me.
Speaking of Barbara, she's probably the worst part of this movie, right?
The absolute worst part of the movie, yes.
And I think what they're trying to tell us is someone amongst a group of people of survivors, there's always going to be someone that's just in shock.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But we don't want to deal with it, right? Like, I don't want to watch it on film.
No, I don't want to watch it on film. No.
Half the movie felt like the camera was in her face just staring. Like, we don't need this anymore.
No, I mean, I get it. You might be a little traumatized, but you could have just thrown her off in the corner and not worried about her.
I probably would have set her on fire and just sent her out right out the door with that.
All right, I'm going to set you on fire. You're going to make a beeline and chase them away.
I understand you can't board and windows up and stuff, so this is how you're going to help the group. And we're going to be thankful for it. We're going to set your tail on fire.
Yes.
You just run right out the door.
Right at them. They'll run the other way, I promise.
There was some questionable zombie walking going around, too.
Some of the best zombie walking ever is in this movie.
Well, I said it wrong. Potentially, like, they don't make any progress out by the truck at times when Ben's checking them out and stuff.
yeah,
They're just, like, still walking the same way.
It's almost like they're sitting there doing the robot.
Yeah, like the zombie robot.
Yeah.
Or they're, like, frozen in time. Oh, he's looking again. Everybody move. Oh, man. I had fun with this movie. Maybe, like you said earlier before we recorded, it's a nostalgia factor.
Yeah. Did you have one favorite zombie?
I don't know. Like, the dude, this is something else. And I would say the guy that's running around in his underwear, right?
Yeah, not the naked woman.
Not the naked woman.
The big fat guy in the
fat
big
dude.
white boxers.
But what it did was it established the world. Like, The Walking Dead goes really general with the zombie.
Oh,
wear.
yeah, everyone's dressed.
Dressed
Everyone's
in these ragged
ready.
clothes.
Yeah.
No one has a suit and tie on anymore.
No.
There's
it's
not a
very-
chef running around.
No, you're right. There's no, like,
And
cops
And there's
anymore.
nothing to stop them from doing that, right? They can just throw on like a surgeon wear and stuff,
You can just have a doctor. I feel like you would have a lot of doctors and nurses running around.
or military.
Or military. Yeah, I was thinking that one too.
And this movie kind of did that a little bit. They
Yeah.
kind of described everybody's at risk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I remember thinking as a kid, like, oh my God, the doctor's fucking walking around.
Yeah.
And I just remember being transfixed. That's all I
Yeah.
could say about that.
My favorite is the lady that just walks up to a tree and starts eating the bug.
Oh, you know what? I read about a trivia piece on that. She was the head makeup lady, I think. I could be wrong, but
Yeah.
she was someone. This movie was so low budget that people were doing multiple jobs here.
Of course.
Like Mr. Cooper, the guy that played Mr. Cooper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He did some makeup. He did the photography at the end with those still shots as the credits were rolling. He did a couple other things. So a lot of people had multiple hands in on it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's not a better, but I bet it's fun. It's almost
Oh,
like
I
doing a
bet.
stage play. Everybody's got multiple tasks to do, and they're all have their hands in on it more.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the continuity lady, apparently.
Continuity lady, like, shit the bed. And whoever edited it.
Well, that's the other thing, too. There was a bad edit cut down in the basement. There's like a complete jump. And
Yeah.
I read that the distributors of the film wanted less talking for some reason in this area. So they
Cut it
cut
out?
like 6 minutes in that area. That's why there's a bad cut right there.
Okay.
So there's reasons behind some of these cuts, too.
Yeah. Well, I remember there's one where, like, I don't remember the exact scene, but Barbara's, like, sitting there talking, and you see, like, the side of her face, and all of a sudden, like, you see it just cut, and her face is, like, 3 inches up on the screen, and she's just finishing the sentence. It's strange.
That's that guerrilla filmmaking back then, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can say about this until we jump back into we didn't do hardcore breakdown, did we?
Somewhat.
Okay,
But,
I'll let you drive
you
this
know.
part. I'll jump in with trivia because you said you'd like to have some trivia thrown in there.
Yeah. We'll just take it as it goes. How's that?
Go for it.
So yeah, we start with Johnny and Barbara. They're driving to put a wreath on their father's grave, who they don't really know very well. They hear a radio broadcast, but turn it off, of course. You know, why would you want to listen to breaking news?
That's the trope right there.
It is. Yeah, Johnny complains about who takes the wreaths. They go back and forth a bit. Yeah, Johnny starts taunting Barbara, saying they're coming to get you. Barbara gets attacked. Johnny saves her, but he doesn't make it. So Barbara hides in the car. Never a good place.
Oh man, we should have known right away what Barb was going to be doing the rest of the film.
Yeah.
just standing there
Jumps into
staring.
a car with no keys.
Yeah,
Like, the guy's slow moving at this point. Couldn't you just, like, ran him around a little bit? And
I think those ways too, and I know I get really hardcore critical on shit like this, but we also got to remember that people have never seen this before.
yeah, that's true.
In this world, there is no zombie lore or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's ways around that. I always feel like at least do more like contextual. You know, just give him something else to do. Mm-hmm. You had a funny quick story about this guy chasing her down.
This guy.
A real story.
Yeah, the real story.
Okay, you got to let the listeners know.
Yeah,
about this.
so we were at a con of some sorts.
Okay.
I think it was Flashback Weekend out in Chicago.
Okay.
And this guy was there.
All right.
And my mom wanted to go meet him.
But this guy, I mean, this
This
first
guy,
original
the
zombie.
original zombie
In the cemetery, okay.
the tall, gangly looking gentleman,
Elongated fingers and
yeah,
face. Yeah.
So he was at this con, and he was in full makeup.
Was he really?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
For
this, he wasn't in straight Walking Dead makeup, but he had like the gray face and
Sure.
the fake
I didn't know
blood and all.
that.
Yeah. I'll have to find a picture
Really?
because my mom took a picture with him. But
Nice.
this guy was hitting on my mother,
Like how?
like blatantly flirting with my mom.
I'm not gonna-
It was creepy.
So during the picture phase or
The whole time,
before and after?
Like, she wanted an autograph.
Sure.
So she got that, and we were there like 5 minutes, and it was an awkward 5 minutes.
So it was you, your mother, anybody else, like friends, family?
aunts, uncle.
Okay.
We go like 6 or 7 people.
Like, what were the words he was using?
You
Was
know,
he grabby?
I don't really remember, but I know it's like a joke in my family. Like, we always mess with my mom about it. He
Yep.
wasn't really grabby, but he was like, that creepy old guy at Hooters.
Yeah.
That's just
The
hitting
pedophile
on
sitting
women
in the corner?
Yeah, not that creepy. Not
Okay.
that creepy, but he was, he was a little flirtatious.
So you're describing what the stereotypical convention has been actors potentially.
Yeah.
Like, they're
Yeah.
getting tail
Yeah.
or dick if they're females.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
And so this is their
He's
game.
looking for a groupie, I guess.
So when you're taking a picture with this guy, did you have to pay for this autograph?
You paid for the autograph, but he was nice enough to not charge for the picture.
You don't remember what he said or how he said it?
I don't remember.
God damn
I'll have to talk to the family.
This reestablishes this whole world for me. Now I can see this guy just like.
He wasn't awful, but I remember we were all walking away and we just messed with my mom.
Was she invited to his room?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Like, hey, want to get a drink?
Yeah,
really?
no.
Like
It was awkward.
Really?
Like, I think I just walked away. I was like, all right, you guys got this. I'm going to go see other things.
Yeah. I have a daddy.
Yeah.
Get away from my mommy.
I don't need another step parent. I'm good.
Okay. Maybe your mom's butt got pinched. We don't know about it.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'll find the picture and we'll put it up.
I would think that there's still, I'm not asking for your mother's age, but there must have still been an age discrepancy.
Oh, there was.
Like, the gentleman has to be way old.
At this point, I think he was close to my grandparents' age.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'd say within 5 years. He might have been a little younger than my grandparents.
He's got the purple pill.
Oh, I thought it was a blue pill.
You sure your mother didn't have any kids after the fact? You have a step kid anyway?
No.
Oh.
This was only a few years ago, so I would know.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's definitely purple pills floating around.
Yeah, I don't really know what goes on behind the scenes in these cons, but...
Or your mom's bedroom. We don't know.
Hey,
we don't know. I'm just saying,
hey.
she's a woman. She has needs.
All right, next topic.
Okay. That was a good story. Thank you, Rooster, for the wonderful creepy story.
Yeah.
I like this cemetery scene because they kind of established the world. You see that dude walking in the distance. You're kind of like, oh, yeah, what's this?
Yeah.
And at the time, back in 68, these people probably were like, what is that?
Yeah, right?
Us zombie lore fanatics are like, ooh.
Yeah,
you know?
I know right what that is. But I guess, like, first time watching this...
Yeah.
I wish I could have that. Like, to be able to watch this before the
whole genre.
before
right
really
now.
knowing what a zombie was.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good question. I mean... And it's not unusual on a Sunday, potentially. Especially back then, seeing a guy, maybe a mourner, in the cemetery mourning somebody in a suit.
Yeah.
And from a distance, you're like, what's that? Oh, you might be a little drunk or something.
Yeah.
I like that for some reason. And then, you know, Johnny's a dick. He deserved to die.
He wore driving gloves.
I know. But I was thinking, why would they be driving gloves? But they didn't have power steering back then, right?
Most likely no.
So, and they drove 4 hours to get to the cemetery. Can you imagine taking long road trips back then with no satellite radio?
Just to go put a wreath on a grave?
No satellite radio, and the radio was
Nothing.
busted.
In and out.
You know the reason why she hit that that tree, right?
She couldn't turn the car.
So she's obviously from Lori Grimes' family
Oh,
tree.
is she Lori Grimes' grandma?
Yeah,
Mother maybe.
maybe.
So this is where it was set that in zombie movies, women cannot and are not allowed to drive.
We're establishing a family tree right now. Her name, whatever Lori Grimes' name was.
Yeah. Is this Barbara Grimes?
Barbara Grimes. No, apparently that car got hit during production on accident. And they had to come up with a way to show that. So they rubbed it on the tree, but
the damage does not
equal that tree rub at all.
No.
So that's I always thought. I remember thinking as a kid, like, that doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, that was a hell of a tree.
That tree came out and bit the car, man. That was always a fun piece of lore. But I like this cemetery scene. Not so much Johnny. He's a D-bag. He is
a douche.
But I like I said, the guy walking in the background, establishing the world. I was like, ooh,
yeah,
what's gonna happen here?
Yeah,
he was a little aggressive for it. These zombies, I like these type of zombies.
Yes,
too.
because he breaks the window.
He breaks
with
the
a rock.
window, and at one point you see them trying to break windows. Somewhat intelligent.
Yeah,
in zombie form. I like this type of zombie.
I do too. They weren't fast, but they weren't stumbling over themselves.
And they had I think that's what Darabont was doing initially in The Walking Dead, giving them some kind
of purpose. Because there were times in the early Walking Deads where they're in the storefront and there's a walker trying to bust down the windows.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel
no.
And Morgan's wife trying to open up the door.
Yeah,
I think that's more creepy.
Oh, it's a lot more creepy.
And they just wanted these zombies on The Walking Dead just dumber.
Oh yeah, they can't
which
walk,
dumbed down the real characters of the show.
It did. It really did.
And it's a lot of people don't see that, and it's frustrating.
Oh, now that we see it, I wonder if that was a nod back when we seen it in The Walking Dead with The Rock.
I would assume so.
It had to be, right?
And it's always like some big rock out of nowhere. Like the one in Atlanta.
The one in Atlanta is a little far-fetched.
It's like,
where
did you just pull that off a city street?
get that? Someone break a curb?
I think it was a concrete chunk off a curb or something, but still.
Yeah, no, it was a little suspicious.
Like I said, I like these zombies.
Yeah.
It's just more creepier. That's
Much
even
more
worse.
creepier.
Not only the apocalypse happened, but these zombies have somewhat intelligence.
Yeah.
You'll lose me if you have them talking. But
Yeah, I don't like when they talk.
No, it's
and
dumb.
there was one where they started getting too smart.
yeah.
Like they're like, "Oh yeah, we can just walk right under the river."
well, George.
That's
George A. Romero.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know.
That was 2005. John
Yeah.
Leguizamo and Dennis Hopper, and that was upsetting.
That one got a little far-fetched.
That might have been a cash grab.
I'm sure it was at that point.
I don't know. I remember going to the theater, seeing it, like, I can't believe I wasted money on this one.
Yeah. Oh, you went to the theater to see that one?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor man.
Well, I was young and stupid. So
It happens. It happens. We all go through that phase.
Now it's just barely a DVD, or like if it's on demand, sure.
Like on demand, I'll watch anything, even Netflix. But
Again, like going back to this movie and the genre, like why did I think I figured it out. Let me see if I can describe it real quick. The zombies give filmmakers carte blanche, maybe, or any excuse to like cut corners. They figured, it's a movie about zombies, whatever. We can do whatever we want. And a lot of times they do that, and it's just, why can't we get a movie or a television show that's real as fuck, right?
yeah,
Maybe the humans win in the end. Maybe the militia comes through and they clean it out, but the discussion about it, what's happening, the boarding up, the sieges, the burning of buildings, and like, I want to hear all these stories.
yeah.
That's the best part. Like, it goes back to the goddamn novel. World War Z.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think, like you said, I don't think you read it or listened to it.
Yeah, no.
It's fun as fuck because it establishes the world. Yeah, the humans win in the end, but it's fun to hear all these stories. It's so, like, I almost said nourishing, but it's so...
Like engrossing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that it's lost. The filmmakers, like... I always say Diary of the Dead and Detention of the Dead. And it's like, it gives these assholes an excuse just to throw people in a room and act like
this
they're
genre
acting.
really has been just trashed.
Yeah, it did. It really.
Yeah. Actually, all of them have.
I don't know.
Like the whole vampire thing. It was going strong to like...
You telling me you don't like sparkly vampires and werewolves running around that can't act?
No.
Taylor Lautner's a diva.
Yeah, Interview with the Vampire killed the vampire.
You don't like that movie?
I do, but I think it was like... It started things that it couldn't keep.
You said that movie. I think they're redoing that or furthering that universe or something like that.
I knew there were several books.
Oh yeah,
Anne Rice.
Anne Rice, yeah. I think I read something somewhere that they're going to try to reboot it or extend it with
It could
other
be
novels.
interesting.
Those vampires were fucking just molesting each other mainly.
Pretty much.
Just like rubbing each other and shit. And they're not even biting people. They're just like, ugh.
Yeah, they just opened the floodgates for the glampire.
Glampires. Ugh. That's why I always like zombies, because it's literally human beings on human beings, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to the walkers. We don't know how this most of the time, but that's why I was always entranced with this type of fucking genre. I guess that's it. Let's just keep pushing.
We're going to keep going. This is going to be a 7-hour podcast.
Yeah, this one's going to be a long bitch here, man.
So she makes it to the farmhouse. She has a look around. The phone's dead. She looks out the window. She sees more zombies. Then she discovers a half-eaten head. Runs out of the house where she meets Ben. He seems pretty smart and he knows kind of what's going on and has somewhat of a plan.
She saw the body upstairs before, right?
That's when she's seen it. Like, she goes up and sees it, and then she, like, runs out the door.
And that type of shit, we just don't know. And that's okay.
Yeah.
We don't need those stories.
No.
That's just another, sprinkle on the garden of fertilizing the world of, fuck, what the hell happened in this fucking house?
Yeah, something happened here, definitely.
Did you know they use ping pong balls for the eyeballs for there?
Is that what
That's what they use.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They look big.
Black and white, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
You can get away with a lot of stuff back then.
Zombies only like flesh. They don't like eyeballs.
No.
They don't like toes.
I feel like if you're a zombie, an eyeball is like a delicacy.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they can suck it out.
Like, I would consider chewing on an eyeball, maybe.
Wow. And I
don't
know you
know.
about round food, too.
Yeah, it just seems like it's got
If
an
they're shaped
interesting
like little grape
consistency.
tomatoes, you're out.
I'm out. Just if it's a tomato, I'm out. So Ben wants to get out of there. He starts looking for food. Barbara still hasn't said a word to him. Like, not even like, well, who are you? Like, what's going on here?
It felt like they had nothing to do with this broad.
No.
Like,
and
she
when
just
they did, it just did not help her
It
at all.
didn't stick the landing anywhere.
No. So she finally asks what's happening.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, man.
I meant to bring up trivia.
Oh, okay. We have trivia now.
No, well, we did. The film's first scene, the initial cemetery attack on Barbara and Johnny, was the last filmed.
Oh, okay. So they filmed that last.
They filmed all that last in November of 1967.
Huh.
The actors had to hold their breath to avoid visible condensation in the forest autumn air.
Oh, really?
I don't know how they held their breath and talked at the same time.
It sounds very painful.
You're coming to get you, Barbara.
Sounds like an ASR video or whatever.
Oh, God.
AMR or what?
You got to breathe in. Breathe in as you talk.
Oh, no.
I almost made me cough.
Oh, it's okay. I got you, man.
Thanks.
Ben takes out a couple of zombies, but there's a zombie inside the house. It gets close to Barbara, but Ben takes care of it. Then he takes it outside and starts it on fire.
Oh, man.
You know, he's pretty reckless starting this stuff on fire.
Thank you. I said that again yesterday when I was rewatching it.
Yeah.
For this.
Especially this one. I mean, I know there's a chair later, but this one, it's. I think he's still on the porch.
There is no regard for fire at all in this movie.
None. Like, you gotta
get that shit out
15 feet
there.
from the porch at least,
Oh,
please.
it's fucking funny.
Because he's setting on fire. I'm like, I know what's going on, but man, one wind and you could have yourself a big problem.
They won't touch you in that blazing house, I guess.
I guess.
And
but
even the Molotovs, man, later on, like, blip,
just-
blip.
he misses the truck by inches.
It's like,
holy
what is happening?
Fuck.
This is what makes this shit funny to me. It's just,
Yeah.
I had the same note. The fire is doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
They got bigger problems. These fuckers are trying to eat us. Throw fire in on everything.
Yeah, I get it. The fire chases them away, but damn. So Ben is ransacking the house, trying to board everything up.
Fucking go-getter, man.
He is, man. He's just going 100 miles per hour. Barbara's comatose and useless.
Yep.
So she finally starts helping. She
Oh, God.
holds a board and goes through a nail. She's like, here's a nail.
Yeah. He gives her small
yeah.
tasks to do.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Here, look in this thing and see if
Go
you get the
find
biggest
some
nails.
wood. And
She
she
comes
goes
back
to
with a
the
little-
fireplace with splinters, like kindling.
Like, I only could find this toothpick.
Yeah.
All right, bitch, get outside. You're no use.
That's it. I'm setting you on fire and sending you out.
Barbara is not welcome to the quarry.
No. No. So Ben tells a story about a gas truck, and
That's that Beekman's diner.
yeah, that was attacked and the guy crashed, and how he escaped the diner. Barbara shares the cemetery story. Oddly,
Has no
there were a couple lines in there. I'm like, I don't get it.
I don't know if she's just a bad actress or
Yeah.
they just didn't give her much to do or what.
I think they were trying to convey that she was just
In
disheveled and in shock.
In shock.
But she's like, he asked for candy. I'm like, wait a minute. I had to rewind it a couple times. I'm like, what? Okay. I never noticed it before. But
You can see Ben just like, oh, God, all right, rubbing his face like, all right, you have a car?
yeah.
That's all I got out of this fucking
Yeah.
story, Barbara.
Ben isn't very interested, but Barbara's freaking out a bit at this point. She decides they have to go get Johnny, and Ben slaps her into reality and then lays her on the couch.
Listen, I don't promote women bashing. or
Not
anything
at
like
all.
that.
But she hit him first.
She hit him first. He might have felt attacked, is what I'm saying.
Maybe.
And I was hoping, I remember thinking about this as a kid. Maybe she got some sense knocked into her.
Maybe. This is where it starts.
I think any woman around would be like, okay, Ben, smack that bitch.
I think they would have slapped her too, though.
Oh, yeah, there would have been a beat down. Someone would have
Yeah.
ran upstairs to get some bars of soap in a fucking pillowcase. If
And
she's
the
not going to
sock.
help, we're going to beat her. We're going to take our anxiety and frustration out on this woman. He gave you shoes, and all of a sudden you run around with no shoes again.
Right?
God damn it.
I don't think he got the shoes yet. I don't
Okay,
remember.
yeah.
But Ben finally turns on the radio. We hear a news broadcast. At this point, they think the zombies are assassins.
Yeah, mass murder.
Mass murder. They are assassins. Ben builds a fire and continues to board up the house. Then he starts a chair on fire to keep the zombies away. I love the broadcasts.
Dude, it's simple, right?
It is. It is very effective. I was more engrossed with trying to hear what was going on in the broadcast than watching what was going on.
Exactly right. In a television later?
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, no, that was a great... I would have loved to see Fear or even Walking Dead use that.
Fear the Walking Dead was primed
well,
for
Walking
that.
Dead couldn't really use it because at that point,
of
when we
course.
caught up with them, but Fear would have been amazing for that.
That's what we thought going into Fear the Walking Dead
Yeah.
was like, oh, fuck, we're going to get all this early stages shit.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see this. Everything we see here.
And this
I
is
thought
our
we were
argument.
to see Travis starting bodies on fire, throwing them just inches outside the door.
And them having many conversations of what's going on, what they saw out there, how the group came together, all this other shit. And no, they just said, fuck it, 9 days later.
No,
And
let's skip 9 days. You know, the good 9 days. The 9 days you want us to turn into like 4 seasons.
oh, man, that was...
And then we're going to take it to the beach.
Maybe we're in the minority ultimately on that.
I don't
can't
think
believe
so.
we are.
I don't think so.
I just can't believe we are, man. Seriously.
The numbers speak for themselves.
That's true. A half, literally less than half of what Walking Dead gets.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, we only get a quarter.
Fear the Walking Dead is like a fucking bastard cancer that just keeps coming back.
It does. It's
some
so
reason we
harsh.
like you. Oh, it's like a fucking toothache.
Yeah.
Go to the dentist and get that shit fixed. God damn it. Fuck you, Dave Erickson.
All right. Can we just put that?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it again.
We're gonna bring it up again. I guarantee
we
we'll
got
bring it up.
feedback on it.
Oh, I know. Fucking goats. So Ben finally finishes boarding up. He decides to have a look around and finds a gun. Great find. And this is where he finds Barbara some shoes. Ben tells Barbara that they're pretty safe where they are, but Barbara doesn't respond, and Ben just heads upstairs.
Yeah, I would have been done with her long ago.
Yeah.
As soon as she woke up from her nap, from the jaw nap.
Yeah, he still felt bad for the bitch slap heard around the world.
Yeah, well, man, we always talk about, like, we always video ideas, like he smacks her and you should hear like a crowd like
Maybe even a slow clap.
or like damn, like from Friday.
Yeah.
Damn, you got to knock the fuck out.
Right. So Ben disposes of the dead body upstairs. Barbara continues to listen to the radio. She hears that the killers are now eating flesh. So now we have flesh-eating assassins at this point.
Flesh-eating assassin or crazy mass murder over and over again.
Yeah.
Mass murder.
Yeah, 2 men just randomly come from the basement and scare the hell out of Barbara. I love this part.
I would too. Like,
I love
holy
that part.
shit.
Who the fuck are you?
You think if Ben was down there at the time, he would have shot them?
Somebody would at least got
Someone would have got one.
the blunt end of a shotgun at least.
Well, that gun belonged to Herschel Green, I do believe.
Was that a Herschel Green gun?
Because that thing is never reloaded, right?
Never.
It just fires
Infinite
and fires.
shots. Infinite. It's like a bonus gun. Oh, man. So Ben is mad that they didn't help Barbara or board the place up. He immediately goes into not, who the fuck are you? No. Like, hey, man, you heard me boarding all this shit up? You didn't come help? What are you doing?
I love Ben, dude.
Yeah.
And it's obviously, we haven't talked about it yet, but 1968,
Yeah.
racial tensions
Yeah.
were, I can't remember the math, but like I'm sure
It
the
was
racial...
fairly fresh, if not bad. Somewhat
because
bad.
we're talking about Vietnam era and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The real bad shit, it was still resonating in the culture, but racial tensions were out, and this guy was the protagonist. He was the leader of this group,
was.
and he's a black gentleman.
And he was a badass.
He was a fucking badass.
Yes.
And like later on, he's telling Cooper, why don't you... I thought he was going to say, shut the fuck up, man.
I was waiting. Like, if it was nowadays,
Oh,
he
yeah.
would have been a much more colorful character, I think.
No, I like Ben. I like how his treatment of, Cooper and fucking...
yeah.
What's the other dude's name?
Tom.
Tom.
These are some of the weirdest names ever.
They're simple names.
Mr. Cooper is actually Harry.
Harry, yeah.
Harry, yes. And then you have Helen, who is Harry's wife.
Helen and Harry. I guess that's easy to
Karen,
remember.
the little girl in the basement.
And Judy.
And Judy.
Judy's the second worst
Very
fucking
60s
character.
names, man.
Judy's real name was Judith or something like that in real life.
Was it?
Yeah, I remember seeing the credits like,
Oh, okay.
I guess she couldn't remember her fucking stage name, so they had to give her a regular Judy.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I think, I wonder what, be a fly on the wall when this movie came out, if they like, I can't have a black guy as the leader.
Yeah.
Like,
I know
fuck
there's
off.
I know there's some history into it, but I had forgotten to look it up when we came. I dropped the ball on that one.
You dropped the ball on racial tensions.
I did. So Ben and Mr. Cooper argue about going into the cellar. Mr. Cooper decides he's going into the cellar and locking all of them out. The zombies are growing in number, and then they kind of have a moment where they bust through the windows, and Ben goes and takes a couple of them out. He is a doer.
Simple as that, right?
Well, Tom cuts the fingers.
Oh, that finger was made of clay, I read.
Yes. You could easily tell it was full of clay because he cuts it and it cuts just like clay.
And he's whacking at it in the weirdest way possible, too. It's like, oh, man. That guy that played Tom, I'm not sure if he's the best actor in this movie at all.
No.
There's a wooden shit.
This was a very low-budget movie, man.
I don't care.
You weren't getting...
When you take the responsibility of going on stage or whatever, you balls out no matter what it is.
Tom and Judy make the worst decisions in the whole movie.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them combined.
They're the young, I think they're supposed to be younger than Barbara.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just the young and dumb ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think they're late teens, early 20s. I don't know. People looked rougher back then.
Yeah, that Tom dude was pretty wooden. It was kind of laughable at times.
Yeah.
But at least that dude jumped in and started helping Ben. In that conversation, get in the basement. No, I don't want to go in the basement. Like, just go in the... He eventually tells the Cooper, get in the fucking basement.
Just go.
Then.
Just leave us. We'll be here.
Get the fuck down there and leave me the fuck alone.
Right?
Stop trying to talk us to go with you, idiot.
Yep. Well, they're still arguing about that. Well, we get a look at the zombies first. Like, they do the whole panorama. I think this is where we see your underwear walk zombie, and I get my bug eater.
Yeah, because they were trying to, again.
Yeah. Later, we get the naked woman.
Yeah. Well, I thought the naked woman was first.
No, I think she was a little later.
Was that progressive back in '68? Seeing
I think so.
Women's butt cheeks like that.
When I turned around, I'm like, nudity. I'm like, where was the nudity?
They only see
at?
the behind, right?
Yeah.
I
You just see her
seeing no
butt.
boobs.
Yeah, you don't see any boobs, no side hogan, nothing like that.
I don't think so either.
Just a lady's butt.
And I wonder if that was progressive for them.
It probably somewhat.
It's just anatomy, people.
Yeah, it's just a butt.
It does what everybody else's does,
right?
Unfortunately. I don't believe it. I'm a believer women don't poop. So.
Never.
I don't
even think they have a butthole.
I don't think they go to bathroom number 2. I'm pretty sure.
Just number 1.
Maybe when they're babies and somehow it seals up at the end.
Yeah. I think when once you hit like puberty, it goes away.
That's what I like to believe.
That's exactly what I believe.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
We're definitely on the same
Women
page.
Women don't
then.
poop, right?
No.
Okay.
Ever. So Ben and Harry are still arguing about the cellar and who has the rights to what. They're like, but all the food's up here. Well, then stay up here. I don't know what to tell you.
Fun fact about the cellar.
Yeah.
That farmhouse did not have that cellar.
Oh, no.
A couple facts, actually, and I lost where my...
Oh, boy.
Oh, the main house did not have a true basement but a dirt potter cellar, and thus had no long staircase leading down to it. Because of this, the basement scenes were filmed in an editing studio cellar.
Oh, interesting.
And speaking of the house used for this film was loaned to the filmmakers by the owner, who planned to demolish it anyway, thereby ensuring that they could do whatever they wanted to the house.
That's cool, because there were a few times I'm like, I know this isn't a studio house. Like, they didn't, they don't have, like, the big set, and, like, they're just ripping trim off the walls and just destroying doors, nail holes everywhere. I was wondering how that worked.
Yeah. Well, they're not nailing really hard, because Ben's worst acting was when he was trying to nail in nails. I'm just going to say that again.
Oh, yeah, it was
the weirdest shit I've ever seen. The weirdest shit.
So Harry has a talk with Miss Cooper. We see their daughter laid out on the table. My favorite person in the whole movie.
The daughter?
Yeah. Mr. Cooper is still carrying on about the cellar. Miss Cooper freaks out on Harry because they actually have a radio upstairs, and he locked them downstairs. So even she knows he's a dickhead at this point.
And I think this marriage was fucked anyway, because they said as much. We don't like to like each other or something like that.
Yeah. They're just staying together for the kids.
I think this movie was progressive, ultimately, for this
I think
time.
it was very progressive.
For a lot of different ways.
Yeah. So Tom talks Judy into watching Little Cooper.
They don't even they just tell her, go sit with the kid.
Yeah.
So the other woman can come up here. We can't have too many women in a room at the same time.
Yeah, right?
We already got this crazy barber chick.
Yeah. We have too many crazies up here. Please.
Go watch the kid.
Just go, please.
Get out of the scene.
Yeah. So then Mr. and Mrs. Cooper can come upstairs and listen to the radio. Miss Cooper and Barbara have the most awkward moment ever. It was a strange one.
Where he's like talking at her and staring at her and
Well,
stuff.
she was like staring at her, and Barbara's like laying on the couch just playing with a doily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was strange.
It's hard when we talk about Barbara and what scene because she's always on the fucking couch. It's the same couch.
It is. So Mooser, Mr. Cooper still carries on about being upstairs. Ben gets the TV going. They watch the news broadcast. They find out people are coming back from the dead. Then it's reported people should seek out a rescue center. The group decides that they have a truck. They just need to get gas. Then it's reported that space radiation could be the cause for all this.
Some satellite orbiting Venus.
Yeah.
Did we have satellites that were able to go to Venus and shit?
I think so. I mean, we
Back then?
hit the moon like pretty recently after that.
Well, the moon's really a lot more closer than Venus.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay, I'm just wondering if you have any planetary knowledge.
This comes down to the continuity, lady.
And is Venus the planet known as the woman?
Yes.
Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus.
Yes.
So it's another female knock on this movie. Unbelievable.
Yeah, unreal. It was the 60s, man.
Let the men do it.
Yeah. And then the TV broadcasts a clip of like reporters like asking some heads of what's going on.
Oh yeah.
It was strange.
The in studio interview was going on.
Yeah.
This shit would happen. This was happening.
It would.
You get it today, right?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
some experts here to talk about whatever's happening.
Mm-hmm. No, it was a good little thing to throw in there.
I like these. Like we talked about it a few minutes ago, but I like this world building.
Yeah. I mean,
not
for me,
hard
it was
to
some
do.
of the best parts of the movie.
You don't have to give us answers. You just give us the world building.
Yeah.
It's so cheap to do, too.
Yeah. I mean, back then, that had to be groundbreaking, though.
Maybe. And
You know.
I think I did read the guy that was in the studio was an actual reporter or like a newscaster.
Yeah, well, I seen at the end they actually thanked
the station
and the
WIIC or
radio
something like that.
and everything else. So there had to be some involvement there.
Because this was filmed out in and outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So that was all Pennsylvania.
So the group decides Willard is the place to go. It's only 17 miles away. Ben asks about Karen and how bad she was hurt. Ben sends Miss Cooper down and Judy up. The broadcast talks about a limbless body being reanimated. I had to throw that in there. It's what's his face from the next night, Return of the Night of the Living Dead.
Same guy?
It has to be, right?
I'm not sure.
It has to be.
I haven't seen that movie in a while.
Yeah, but remember they have the head and the torso on a table.
Oh. And no arms, no legs.
No arms, no legs. I feel like
It might have been just a homage to it.
Yeah,
Simple as that.
yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the woman in the table.
Whatever it was.
Like that
it
was
pretty
talking?
messed up. Yeah.
Oh, that was a homage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I couldn't
The
think of
80s really fucking went wacky with fucking zombies.
Oh, man. Yes,
really
they did.
weird.
Yes, they did. Weekend at Bernie's. No, I'm just playing.
He was alive?
Yeah. So the broadcast talks, about a limbless body being reanimated. Ben decides it's time to make Molotov cocktails, and then they can make a break for the gas pump. Now, fire and gas pumps,
No, it's never a good thing.
never a good thing. But Tom offers to take the truck, and Ben starts going over the game plan.
I like how Tom's like, Ben doesn't know how to do the truck or the gas tank.
I have to.
Yeah, I have to. Like,
What, is it because he's black? Like,
what do you mean he doesn't know how to do the gas pump?
yeah, he got the truck here. I mean,
And Ben's the one that shoots the fucking lock off of it, too, taking a further risk.
yeah. Oh, man. When we get there, we got to talk about that in depth.
Okay.
So Tom and Judy, they have a moment. Judy wants to call her parents, then ask Tom if they're doing the right thing by leaving. Then they hug it out, and Tom leaves. I did not want to spend a lot of time on that scene.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
Like, just shut up.
Yeah. So the group finally gets some sense. They send Barbara downstairs. Finally.
Go watch the kid.
Yeah. Harry starts throwing cocktails. I'm going to read this whole scene and then we'll go into it.
Okay.
So he starts throwing cocktails. Tom makes a break for it. And at the last second, Judy decides she's going to go with Tom and Ben.
Bitch.
Yeah, right? They make it to the pump. Tom starts the truck on fire. Him and Judy decide it's a good idea to drive away, and they blow up. And now Ben is stuck out there all alone. Yeah.
This is
we can start from
shenanigans.
there. It is just...
Straight up fucking shenanigans.
Oh, man.
So he pulled the handle out of the gas, just shooting gas everywhere.
Yeah.
So was he holding on the trigger at that? I mean,
Yeah, he was holding on. I think it just didn't make it to the truck.
like that's not how they filled vehicles back then. So was he just grabbing the trigger, just like?
I guess so.
And
And
he
then Ben's
almost
got
made
a
it.
torch, like right on it.
And she has to be rescued by him going to get her.
Yeah.
Like, get the
Yeah.
fuck out of the truck, you
Yeah, well,
dumbass.
Well, when she jumps out of the house, she's like looking back and forth, like, well, he shut the door, and there's scary monster things around the truck. I don't know where to go.
She was like Ron Burgundy all of a sudden, like, I immediately regret this decision.
Yeah. Yeah. And Ben had to save her ass, too.
Oh, man. That fucking, I mean, it's funny, man. Like, and in the 90s, they did the same thing roughly.
Yeah.
1990 remake of it all.
Uh-huh.
I think they did roughly the same thing.
Yeah, because I remember seeing this whole scene, like, in more color. And not like this version colorized. Like, I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
It's aggravating because, I mean, I guess it's the movie, it's a genre. Everybody's not going to make it through.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is maybe the start of how horrible deaths started happening in horror movies. Like, just pointless.
Maybe because, yeah, it's a stupid decision all around.
It
right?
is. It is.
Well, it was fucked up once Judy decided to take a ride, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it could have handled it better. I don't know. And I guess they didn't have any other option.
No. I think they were just panicked and they
Yeah.
choked.
That's
you
the way
know?
I understood it, is Tom just flinging gas everywhere.
Yeah.
With
Oh, yeah.
Ben's-
No, that's a flammable substance. Bad idea. And they don't even try to put the truck out.
No. Yeah. And then she's sitting in the truck and he's got to go get her and that's what gets him killed.
Well, yeah. And he's like, we got to get this away from the pump. Well, what fucking good does that do you now? The truck's on fire. You don't need gas anymore.
They weren't good at action, maybe, ultimately.
Yeah.
A quick trivia. When the zombies are eating the bodies in the burnt out truck, they were actually eating roast ham covered in chocolate sauce.
Ooh. That sounds horrible.
The filmmakers joked that it was so nausea-inducing that it was almost a waste of time putting the makeup on the zombies as they ended up looking pale and sick anyway. I bet that shit's horrible.
I'm going to try it one day. Ham and chocolate sauce.
Roasted ham and chocolate sauce. That's what they used for blood most of the time was chocolate sauce.
Stole that from Psycho, huh?
Chocolate syrup, I guess.
Huh.
I mean, black and white.
Black and white. Why get? I mean, it's got a good consistency to it.
So that's a fun fact. There's actually a picture of some of the cast sitting there holding the actual jar of sauce.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool. But, yeah, Ben's stuck out there all alone now. So he finally makes it back to the house.
I would have left. Fuck it. I just would have left the house then.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
been peace out, man.
Well, fucking Harry, he's just heading for the cellar.
Yeah.
Shuts the door on him, just heading for the cellar.
Anybody could have called that shot.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I
that
knew
asshole.
it was coming. Yeah, so he was just going to leave Ben to die. But Ben comes in and roughs him up.
Oh, man.
He had it coming. That guy was such a fucking... He was a used car salesman, I swear to God.
Yeah. This is Negan's dad, I guess. Yeah, it was the fight we all wanted to happen. Like, just fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't much of a fight.
it wasn't just him getting thrown around and popped in the face a bunch of
Right,
times.
right.
And again, 68, a black man beating a guy in a white face.
Yeah,
It's like...
it's ballsy.
I bet the fucking South threw a fit somewhere.
Oh, you know it. Some hillbillies down in like Alabama were just so mad.
You're like, ding, 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 ding. Wait,
What?
the black guy?
Wait. No.
Yeah. Not the white guy.
Yeah, so now is when we get to see the zombies feast on Tom and Judy's roasted bodies. Which, if I'm a walker, I'm going for something nicely cooked.
Yeah, I don't think they care.
I don't think they do, but I think it might be a good treat for them.
That was the first time in the movie, probably the only time we've seen the walkers eating the flesh, right?
I'm trying to think. I think so.
Yeah,
I think because
ultimately
they had
the
like
only
the
time.
bone and yeah,
Because apparently when you explode in the fucking car, you go pieces everywhere.
yeah,
Just like,
yeah.
just like pop everywhere.
Everywhere, man. So Helen comes up from the cellar. They're waiting for the next broadcast, the 3 a.m. broadcast. The group's trying to find another car. Then they find out Karen was actually bit. Barbara's still carrying on about Johnny having the keys. Ben wants to know where the car is. He doesn't want to know. Like, she doesn't know where it's at.
I would have told her, go get the car. Good
Yeah,
luck.
yeah.
Go find it.
Yeah, right? So the broadcast starts. It says bodies will continue to reanimate. They see there's groups of... Oh, no, wait. They see there's groups of people going out to kill the ghouls. Then they start calling them ghouls.
Ghouls.
Best word ever, ghoul.
We haven't heard ghoul in a while, like in modern day.
No.
Ghoul.
No. And if you destroy the brain, they will die. The power goes out of the house. Harry decides he has to get the gun from Ben. A zombie starts trying to break down the door with Ben's like table leg torch.
It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, no, it's great.
They're
They're
not fully swinging,
No.
leaving the rocks, but it's
Yeah.
still that they understand like a weapon type situation.
Yeah, that they can actually. It's more effective than a fist. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Harry goes for the gun. Ben shoots Harry. He falls down the stairs into the cellar. Helen is struggling, but is saved by Barbara, who sees the zombie that killed her brother and hit on my mother, and she saves her. This was the most out of hand Barbara.
Only if she could have died sooner.
Yeah. Well, she's just sitting there comatose, and then she's like, "Oh, it's that guy. Oh, I'll go into action," and she just poof right into action.
Again, I think they just want us to believe that person in shock is very unpredictable, and they're either comatose or they're bipolar. I don't know what the fuck happened. I think she had problems from the get-go when she was normal. So
I think so. She was just a tainted person.
I totally forgot that she got sucked into that crowd.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
She didn't get in there yet. Then we see little Karen. She's eating her dad. Her mother finds her, and Karen kills her too. In a very crazy death by zombie.
That's inconsistent to me. It
This
always
one,
has been.
This one was a little out of hand, and it was very long and drawn out.
This is like the rage virus from 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. That
Yeah.
they just want to kill, but this kid doesn't make any sense.
No.
And we didn't hear any reports of that type of thing, and they didn't know how to use spades.
Yeah, that was a very.
It was
a very
odd.
odd tool to have in your basement.
And it felt like I don't know if they're just like, maybe they were creeping on what I was trying to describe earlier, the theory crafting I was doing about, it's a zombie movie, we can do whatever we want. And it's, some people like look at it like, come on.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to make them more.
And her arms didn't work. The mother didn't even try to fight back or hold her daughter away.
No, didn't even kick her. I mean, I guess there would be some shock if you had a little one that had turned and was trying to kill you now.
Man, again.
But I mean, she was, Mrs. Cooper was screwed from the start because she has arms like trying to get her at the window, and she's not even trying to get away.
Yeah,
She's
there's
just
a lot of
like,
that.
Oh no, they're gonna get me. Well, just take 4 steps back, Chard. What are you doing?
I don't know what to tell you there, but yeah, there was a lot of that shit. Barbara did the same thing. Oh, they got a hold of me. Hello.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go now.
Oh, I'm rocking back and forth.
Yeah. So Ben and Barbara, they're doing everything they can do to keep the zombies out. Barbara sees Johnny, freaks out a little bit, and he grabs her with his driving gloves.
That's why you need the gloves on. He got more traction.
Yeah, right? So the zombies get into the house. Ben makes it to the cellar. He finds Harry and Helen. Harry comes back to life. Ben quickly puts him down and then puts Helen down too.
What did you think ultimately of the sound mixing / music of this?
I remember, especially in the beginning, I enjoyed the music. Like the introduction, the opening credits. I loved it. There were some parts where, like when Ben, I think it's when Ben initially comes in and shuts the door. There's like a real high pitched, like annoying sound.
Oh God!
I
know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. That was annoying. That wasn't music, but it was annoying. But I did like as soon as it shut, the music just stopped. I always thought that was somewhat effective.
I guess I'm on the other side of this one.
Not a fan?
Not a fan of the sound mixing. The music was really loud compared. I mean, maybe they just didn't have the budget for it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it aggravated me at times. It was so fucking loud.
Well,
out
yeah,
of place.
some of, volume wise, yes.
And it's just like, come on, that screeching sound. I think maybe you're talking about what I was hearing, but like there was a loud screeching not even a pig screech, but just some, like, for no
like
reason.
mechanical screech
Yeah.
type thing. Yeah.
And maybe that's what they were experimenting with jump scares back then a little bit.
Maybe, but it hurt.
It fucking
It
hurt. And it
hurt.
was just like, okay,
Yeah.
stop. I can't. I was not a fan at all of the music,
No.
or even like when Ben shooting like pop. You know, it didn't even sound
It
right.
didn't- yeah, no.
It's just like, okay, are you guys just trying to finish this race or what? Just stumbling over the finish line or what?
They probably had $12 to their budget by the time it came down to sound mixing.
just shoot the gun for real and just fucking dub over it. I don't know. It was just
Something.
odd, out of place.
I could see.
Even the explosion of the truck sounded like some World War II fucking Bradley tank. Just fucking like, what the fuck?
They had to take sounds from World War II stock footage, man. Give them a break.
I don't fucking doubt it. I don't doubt it. And it was just aggravating. It was an off-putting thing for me.
Yeah. I get it.
And I
get
wonder,
it.
like, in movies like this, the experiment would be no music and no sound effects. You would actually have the zombies actually groaning and moaning, because a lot of people don't realize in The Walking Dead, that's all dubbed over.
Yeah.
Those walkers are like,
Oh, yeah.
that's done in the studio. I remember seeing a clip of that early on.
Yeah. I think. I think the no music could be effective at times, but it really is. Try watching a horror movie on mute one day. It's almost comical then.
Maybe
You
I'm
know?
wrong with it. But
I think it could be. You could do it, and it could be very effective, or you could just get the Blair Witch, where you know, because it kind of
Maybe,
builds
yeah.
up. It's hard to get a jump scare without a build up.
maybe I'm thinking, like, you know how everything's virtual reality right now.
Yeah.
And what if you're stuck in that house in a virtual reality simulator, if you will? And You're
Yeah.
sitting in your house normally, but you put this headset on, you put your eyeglasses on, and all of a sudden you're in not this particular farmhouse, or a farmhouse. And you got, like,
we'll use Herschel's farmhouse.
and you got survivors that everybody's fighting, and not fighting with each other, but like struggling to get stuff on the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're just a fly on the wall.
Okay.
You don't have any music there.
No.
You're just
But
experiencing it live.
I think then it's because of the visuals you get.
Yeah.
And it would be more engrossing.
I think so.
You know.
I think that'd be badass. I don't know if they
It
made
would be.
something yet.
Why
like,
aren't we
just,
doing this?
And
We
like,
just gave away our. We're gonna be working forever now.
perhaps you don't want to be the Barbara character, but have her perspective of people just flying around this living room and this
Yeah,
house,
yeah.
trying to board shit up and stuff, and you're just a fly on the wall in that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker. Like, holy fuck, I feel these fuckers coming.
Yeah.
And there's no, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they can advance it in a way where you can do stuff in the virtual world.
That would actually be kind of.
But you wouldn't have music, and you would have like
Yeah.
the real sound of like footsteps and banging.
Well, I think if you're that deep into it,
Yeah.
I don't think you need the music. But as like us, as like the fourth view,
Yeah.
you need something to help you along.
I get it. I'm just experimenting it out loud. I'm just like,
I get you.
I just had a problem with this music
yeah,
at the time. Like,
it was
it was really
rough
loud
at
and out of
times.
place,
Yeah.
and someone should have got smacked in the mouth when they did the editing.
Yeah. The sound, the quality wasn't there. No.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So
I just
now-
wanted to say that.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Well, all right, I'll console you after
Okay.
this. Well, I'll bring you down.
I'm upset.
It's okay. It's daytime now. We see the Chiefs posse out. They're hunting ghouls. I got to change papers here. Ghouls. I just like calling them ghouls at this point.
Ghouls.
So Ben is still in the cellar. He hears the dogs. He hears the gunshots. He decides now that it's okay to come out. The chief and his men are still taking out ghouls. Ben is checking out through a window what's going on. When one of the chief's men shoot him right between the eyes. And that's basically the end of the movie.
Were you okay with that?
Oh man, it wasn't like I can't believe they did that. It almost kind of felt wasted a little. I don't know. It was. I don't really know how I feel about it.
That's interesting.
Like most of the horror movies, I'm all right when they don't end happily. I prefer that, to not have the happy ending.
Right.
But I feel like this guy had to go through enough bullshit that night. He should have got out.
Well, I'm okay with this ending, and I'll tell you why, because I do feel like this would happen.
Yes.
Yeah, they're all these fucking militia guys. I call them militia. I don't know what they were calling each other.
I call them a posse.
They were cops,
so.
and they were like a bunch of farmers,
Yeah.
and they were just they were handling shit, right?
Yes.
And they're heightened state.
Yeah.
They're just like, fuck, the dude's like creeping around in that window. He's probably
Yeah.
this walker or ghoul is just stumbling around.
Yeah.
I don't see him holding the white flag anywhere.
No. Well, he did have the gun. Like, you could see the gun in the window.
Not from a distance, because that guy was like trying to sharpshoot, and he's like,
Okay.
good job, so-and-so.
Yeah, yeah. And he even said, like, I hear one in there.
Yeah, and so, like,
You know.
I believe it would happen like this.
Yeah, and they have run across more zombies than living people.
So I do appreciate this ending, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Would I like to see
get
Ben
you.
going around just fucking help cleaning? Yeah. I would
Of
like
course.
that. I would like that movie.
Yeah.
But I think if Ben made it out, these fucking hillbillies would probably be like, oh, we got to kill the black guy.
Yeah. Then it'd just be awkward.
Oh, he was a walker. I don't know.
Yeah,
he was a ghoul.
I don't know. He was in your truck. I don't get it.
Yeah.
No, he was in the passenger. He was sitting here. Oh man.
But yeah, I do like this ending because
Yeah.
no one makes it out alive.
No.
He did bust his ass. You would like to see him make it further, but
Yeah, but there was no what ifs now.
yeah.
And this is when they single-handedly screwed themselves on Night of the Living Dead Part 2.
Why am I drawing a blank on that movie?
I didn't make one.
Oh, I was like, why are you fucking throwing me off?
So is the cellar actually the safest place?
No fucking way.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. Well, I guess
because Ben had to go downstairs to survive.
that's a good question, but you'll learn. Well, I don't know if you'll learn, but I think World War Z talks. No, I forgot where that mindset came from. Someone said, like, the true place to hide is upstairs with no staircase. Take your staircase out
Yeah,
because the walkers can't climb and they can't walk upstairs.
yeah,
And that goes for anything.
mm-hmm.
If you're stuck in that situation, get all your shit upstairs.
and just take out the stairs.
Take out the stairs,
Yeah.
and you're pretty much golden
You're
at that
good.
point. Unless
Yeah.
they start figuring out the fire that you started outside.
Yeah.
They start throwing shit, they cook your ass.
Yes, that could be a problem.
I'm not a fan. I wasn't a fan of the basement at all.
No.
Because I don't like being pinned
Yeah,
in.
I don't. I personally, for me, that's not a place for me. But in
Yeah.
the movie, when
it,
Ben and Cooper are arguing for half the movie,
it could be said,
is
yeah.
is there a good argument to have that the cellar is actually the safest place?
You're probably right, and it could be debated either way. I do believe it is an option, but I'm a type of guy that I want multiple options at all times.
Oh yeah, no, I want more than one way out.
And I don't understand being pigeonholed in down there.
No.
But you're right. I mean, ultimately, it saved Ben for a minute.
Yeah.
Although
when it was the worst, it did save him. So
it was a fallback. He could have went upstairs, maybe.
He could have.
And did the whole Rick and Father Gabriel and put a couch there.
yeah,
They would have been fine. But these
Yeah.
walkers are smarter.
They were
would've
somewhat
moved
smart.
shit.
They would have at least moved it or figured out a way to push themselves through
It would have
it.
been funny if they all got into a huddle. Okay, what do we do about this?
All right,
Send the naked guy up.
We need a ghoul huddle.
The ghoul huddle.
Send the guy in his underpants and the bug eater. They go first.
We don't have any ninja walkers here.
Yeah.
They'll just magically appear upstairs.
Well, the walker in the house could have been a ninja walker.
Oh, yeah.
They never hurt him. They never
Yeah.
hurt him. He just appeared.
We don't know how that walker, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But we never spend time upstairs besides the Molotov and finding of the gun. But
Yeah.
there's a whole resource of stuff that can happen.
Yeah,
up
but
there.
he made it down the stairs quietly.
Oh yeah. What? So if we're gonna give this movie a grade, what would you give it?
I'm giving it an A.
A plus
For me.
Now, A right in the
it
middle.
can be
A?
argued. Yeah, a solid A. I mean, it could be argued, but for me personally, it's an A.
I found myself watching this movie again, and sitting there thinking to myself, was it as good as I thought it was?
Yes.
Because maybe it's a nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it is good. It started everything, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a B plus.
I understandable. I get it.
If it had better music, maybe I'm with you.
Yeah.
And if
yeah.
fucking Tom and Barbara weren't running around and Judy.
I don't know if it was the music, it's just the sounds. The sound effects
There's
in
some
general.
fucking abrupt music going on in there.
There are.
So that's that.
That's it. It was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. It's our first movie we ever did.
It's tougher. There's no commercial breaks.
That's why you kind of got to like just slap segments together.
Yes.
But we should head right into feedback.
All right.
None of which is for this movie.
I lost the button again.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story.
If you want to send in feedback anytime, it's criticallydeadcast@gmail.com. You can also do facebook.com/loosewirestudio and get a hold of us at Twitter at critically_dead is where you can find us. Plenty other ways of getting a hold of us and listening to us. Just go over to loosewirenetwork.com and find your select course of action there.
And the Amazon link.
Oh, you want to do it this week?
No.
Wait.
I just like making sure you do it.
I like how you just fuck up my flow and just like I'm just working down the list and you're like, I like bread. What?
It's daytime out, man. I'm all lost.
I was already fucked up. You hit the feedback loop and I was like, fuck, I forgot to do it. Two ways of helping us out. We'll get it over with right now.
Yes.
Go to iTunes, give us a review, give us a nice 5-star splendid review, and that can help us out greatly. Right. It's simple, cheap, free.
Yes.
And it helps us out. It helps us climb the leaderboards.
Mm-hmm.
The other way, and it's more of a faster impact. I don't know if it's faster, but we are sponsored by Amazon. And what you want to do is go to loosewirenetwork.com while you're looking at the other social media apps that we run through and hit the Amazon button and do all your shopping from that point on. Because what we do is we take a little pinch,
just a little
scotch off the fucking Amazon profits. You don't get charged anymore. And what happens is we get a little cut of that, and you just keep shopping as you do. Groceries, pills, fucking lingerie,
whatever you're
Fleshlight, whatever you're into, doesn't matter. Chaps, books, doesn't matter. Whatever you buy, we get a little tiny cut.
Lotion.
I'm going to get you fucking barber.
Buckets, rope.
Yeah.
Whatever you need.
Whatever
Amazon's
you need.
got it.
I don't know if they sell dogs yet. To lower down into the well. I don't know.
Maybe. A little stuffed dog.
So, yeah, do that, and that helps us out greatly to help keep the lights on here at the studios. So, loosewirenetwork.com and hit the Amazon button. That takes you right to the store, and go shopping away. Have fun with it. So, we're going right into feedback.
Let's do it. We already did it.
Oh, we did?
I already played it.
Oh, okay. No, I know. I'm prepping
I thought
the
you
people.
wanted me to play it
I like how
again.
you're just trying to fuck me up today.
I am, man. I am. I'm too awake.
I know. You're just like all with it. First up, you had a little grumblings with an Amy K over on Twitter, didn't you?
Amy.
Amy was riding your fucking
She's awesome.
ass. She's awesome. That's why we like her.
Yeah.
She wrote in an email. She gave us a list of shows suggestions. Really.
Yes.
The Americans. It's goddamn great TV.
It looks interesting.
It looks interesting, but I have a problem with that woman.
You don't like Russians?
Yeah, I don't think anybody does at this point. I mean, follow the news, people.
Truth.
No, I don't. You think I would like it because I like period pieces and I like espionage and all that shit, but something never really drew me in that direction for some reason.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
She also says Vikings, so sexy, so violent. That's the second time Vikings is brought
Is that
up.
the one on the History Channel?
So sexy, so violent, she says.
So sexy, so violent. All right.
Better Call Saul. It's Saul good, man. I love Better Call Saul. That's not coming back. I actually saw it today, April 10th. It comes back for the third season.
Nice.
Ray Donovan. That family is fucked up. I do watch Ray Donovan. I damn near tapped out the past few seasons because
Really?
this is one of those shows where they can fuck up, and no one pays any consequences.
Oh.
No one ever dies.
Oh.
And they like to throw anything, caution to the wind, and nothing ever happens to anybody. It's fucked up. One woman, the matriarch of the family, had breast cancer, and all of a sudden she's fine now. Like out of nowhere.
Just went away.
Like, okay, asshole. This fucking show damn near has me tapping out, in all honesty.
No.
Westworld, what the fuck is going on?
No.
The Leftovers, another what the fuck. I love both those shows.
Well, isn't Leftovers done, though?
No, one more season.
Well, last season.
Last season, that's April as well. April's going to be a busy month for a lot of motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. Westworld's just too busy.
But Westworld's got another 18 months away already.
Well, yeah, but there's too many.
There's a lot of shit to deal with.
Yeah, I'd have to quit my job for Westworld.
She goes on The Preacher. Vampires, Angels, and Demons, oh my.
I still haven't watched that one.
Yeah, someone else asked Rooster to watch that shit, and he's still...
And I failed.
He's failing.
So bad.
Maybe we could do...
You know what? I'm taking a trip soon. I'll watch it on the plane.
Wow.
Because I got nothing better to do.
Maybes would be Humans and Halt and Catch Fire. I've never seen Humans. I do follow Halt and Catch Fire. That's a fun one. That's an 80s tech industry one.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. Lee Pace is pretty badass. Outlanders, soft porn, and period costumes. That's stars. I do believe it.
I think so.
Oh, and of course, the GOAT, Fear the Walking Dead. What was GOAT stand for?
I forgot. Greatest of all time.
She's fucking hazing right now is what she's doing.
Yeah.
If you're all too busy watching MacGyver, I understand and thank you for your time.
Damn.
Sincerely, long-time listener, first-time emailer.
Ouch.
That sucks because MacGyver should have stayed in the past.
It should have.
That asshole type of show. I haven't watched it, but I can only imagine the worst.
No.
When a network puts a series on Friday nights, it's a red fucking flag.
Immediately.
So fuck that show in its face.
Yeah.
Chrissy was busting my balls over on Facebook.
Uh-oh.
So we're getting it from all ends now.
We're just under attack.
Well, since you are dragging your feet on this Silence of the Lambs situation and you chickened out on the porn, full disclosure, I'm sort of relieved you're into weird ass porn. She's busting my balls about me suggesting Octocock and Fuck Me Where I Stink.
I read this one. I wasn't gonna touch it.
It's not like I watched this.
I wasn't gonna touch this one.
I
just
didn't
let
watch
you.
them. I just saw the titles and I thought they were funny.
I know they are funny.
I am submitting a few The Walking Dead episodes you can review. TS19, which I like that one.
Which one is that one?
That's this end of season 1 where they're in CDC.
Okay, when they got to get out.
And
okay.
What Lies Ahead? I can't remember. Is that 2-1?
Could be.
What Lies Ahead?
I'm not very good at those.
Not very good at anything.
No.
Mainly because Slutbag Andre and Stupid Lawyer are still on at this time.
Yeah.
And you guys seem to share my hatred for these two. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yes.
I'd rather deal with Andrea than fucking Lori any day.
Oh, any day.
Crazy Shane is still around, too, and while he is a total maniac, I miss him. I wish he was around now to beat Negan's ass. We always have this debate.
We do.
I don't know. I think he would join up with fucking Negan at this point.
I think maybe they can give us like a daydream scene, like little Carl just like, oh, I wonder how Shane would do this, and they just bring Shane back for an episode just to...
Well, they can't afford John Bernthal anymore.
No.
He's doing too much movie stuff.
Yeah.
And he's the Punisher now on Netflix.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. He's filming it. I don't think he has the first season yet.
Mm-hmm.
But.
No, I did hear about that.
I'm so over Negan, she says. It's like a character from a twisted Bugs Bunny episode. Quit over enunciating every other word, jackass. Negan had no friends before the ZA. He never got invited to the Super Bowl parties. He still has no friends unless he threatens to take their women and burn their face.
Damn.
I think that's the only way you get women these days. You burn.
That's
you
it.
Threaten them.
You take an iron to the face, or
if they have a husband or boyfriend, you just fucking choke them out.
Choke them out and burn them with the iron.
That's how I got my wife.
That's how you got your wife?
Just choked the motherfucker out and took her.
That's it.
Am I the only one that thinks Negan is a pathetic loser overcompensating for some quote-unquote shortcomings?
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Damn.
This mess may have worked on paper in the comics, but I'm not feeling it on the show. It's painful every time he's on the screen. Please stop.
Wow.
Thanks, Chrissy. Also, I forgot to say thank you, Amy, for writing in.
Thank you.
We're all on the same page, Chrissy. We don't know what else to do about Negan. I think they mishandled it, in all honesty. So
I know. I'm so mad.
We're here. Shortcomings is his name of the game. I like to see him more darker and twisted, in all honesty.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we will, though. We talked about it before. He's got a lot of shit to answer for.
Yeah, he does.
Daryl's gone, and now he's got fucking Eugene.
Yeah, I think it's got to hit the gas running.
Shaq G wrote in, "Hey, RJ and Rooster, thanks for answering my questions. Unfortunately, I'm not the real Shaquille O'Neal. LOL.
Oh, I thought it was.
Damn it.
Fuck.
I want to hear him like, hey, RJ and Rooster.
Hey, guys, thanks for answering my questions.
I miss free throws. But my dad did. My dad named me after. My dad did name me after him.
That's awesome.
Sadly, I'm not a Lakers fan. I'm a Knicks fan.
Oops.
I guess you can't be that great. I totally understand your frustrations with Fear. I won't put you guys through the torture as far as the other shows go. Maybe some Game of Thrones? That show just gives me life, man. I loved your Winds of Winter recap. Oh, thanks, dude.
Damn.
I thought we did a fairly good job then.
I did a horrible job. I want redemption.
Rooster enunciating names is fun for everybody. That's a party game. You can get drunk listening to
If you listen to that one, every name I get wrong, you drink, you will
fucked.
be in a coma by the end
You'll
of it.
be in the hospital
You will
straight
be.
away. I know we got a while till the show comes back, but when it does, I hope you guys review it. Besides The Walking Dead, I don't think there's any other show that gets you pumped up for a Sunday like Game of Thrones. Who likes Sundays? That's right, nobody. Peace, guys.
I know.
Thanks, Shaq.
Today's Sunday. I don't even like it.
Yeah, Sundays are fucking
Fuck a
weird.
Sunday.
Well, it is when a lot of good television starts popping off.
It is.
The Young Pope starts tonight on HBO.
does
That
it?
looked fucking interesting.
I'm checking that out for
Taboo
sure.
was good. I saw Taboo.
Was it good? I missed it.
That's a good one. You might be into that one, Rooster.
Yeah?
It
all
did the
right.
first episode Wednesday.
Okay.
They're only doing 8 this season. They said
Okay.
it was a short run, but all of a sudden there's already a talk of a second season. It's got some weird shit going on.
I'll have to check it out.
Taboo was pretty good.
Yeah, the Pope looks decent.
The Pope looks decent. I heard that it looks beautiful. Looks like $1 billion, but it's slow at times.
Well, I'm all right with slow at times.
I'm okay with it too. And Jude Law to me can't do any wrongs.
Yeah. The wife and I started watching The Crown. That's very slow at times.
What about The Jinx on HBO?
What about it?
Did you watch it?
No.
God, fucking Christ,
Forgot
damn
about it.
How can you forget?
Let me take notes here.
You take notes on it every week.
on the Jinx?
Yeah, yeah,
I write this down, right?
yeah. You write it down and you just forget about it. You said you like that
I'm very
courtroom,
forgetful. Yeah, I
true
know,
crime
I know,
stuff.
I know.
your wife does, and you guys would eat that shit up.
We would.
The
The Jinx. Probably spelled that wrong, but that's okay.
INX, The Jinx.
Taboo.
Taboo, you'd like too, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
check it out. I honestly did not know that started this week.
It was Thanks for writing in, everybody. Amy, Chrissy, Shaquille. We have a friend named Shaquille now. That's pretty cool.
That is amazing.
Fucking amazing.
We're the coolest podcast ever now.
If we can get someone named Pippin and
Maybe Jordan.
Jordan, that'd be awesome.
That would be pretty badass.
If you again,
Hardaway.
if you
Hardaway.
Oh my God, Sean Kemp come running around. See, we're a product of the '90s when the Bulls were like awesome,
Amazing.
It was like
Yeah.
fun seeing going to the rallies and shit.
Yes.
Oh man, it was so good. I used to love basketball. I don't like it much anymore.
I'm not a fan anymore.
It turned into something else.
It's not cool.
If you ever want to write in, criticallydeadcast@gmail.com, facebook.com/loosewirestudio, and at critically_dead is where you can find us. I have one more movie trivia fact about this movie.
Okay.
The U.S. rating system was instituted November 1968. Night of the Living Dead was released October 1, 1968, making it one of the last films released in the U.S. without a rating.
Wow. That's
And
pretty,
you had talked about
that's pretty cool.
it was free domain.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that somewhere it was on it's free domain. That's why you find it everywhere.
So it's like free to public or free to air, free to stream, free
Yeah.
to charge for.
Yeah. And I think that's why you can find it on YouTube with no problem.
Yeah, oh yeah, YouTube's got all sorts. Like, and
Yeah.
then you can add on scenes and shit. Like it was no problem.
Yeah, because even if you get some of the weirder like horror box sets, you can get like the off like horror zombie box. It's got like 50 horror movies in it. It was all zombies.
Yeah.
And you've never heard of any of them, but like Night of the Living Dead is always in every one of them.
That makes
So,
sense.
and I think it was something that they did. They forgot to copyright something at some point.
yeah, I did read something like that.
So they did it to themselves, man.
Oh, it's fine. I'm pretty sure maybe deep down in George A. Romero's mind, he's happy that happened. Maybe he did it on purpose.
it might be better for him.
Oh, yeah.
you know.
The guy, he's the king, right? Like, when it comes to
something.
zombies.
He's something, all right.
Oh, yeah. You forgot the story about
Yeah,
going to the bathroom.
So after your
new stepdad came along.
after my new stepdad started hitting on my mom, I decided to go to the bathroom
To cry it out.
Yeah,
I
and
get
this
it.
isn't a huge. Well, at the time, this wasn't a huge convention. It wasn't like a Comic-Con or something, so it was fairly personal.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have all the celebrities like hidden in a special room.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided like, oh, it's time to go to the bathroom. So I'm sitting there, and you know, there's guy code for urinals.
Yeah.
If there's 8 urinals, every man you can go, and then there's an empty urinal, and then someone else can go.
Makes sense to me.
But if there's nobody else in the bathroom and there's 8 urinals, you go to the wall, the other guy goes to the wall.
Yep.
As
That's
much space as you can get.
common sense.
Yeah, so I'm going, and all of a sudden Ramiro just decides to just go right next to me. Like, just boom, right there.
What, Let me ask you, what urinal position were you in? Were you in the left, right, middle?
I was more towards the left, maybe 2 from the wall.
Okay, so
You
you're
know.
in position number 6 out of 8 or something like that.
Yeah, well, we go left to right. I was number 2, and he had 6 more options.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
5 more options because the one next to me should have been off limits, and there were no dividers. So, yeah, I was rubbing elbows.
So you
with,
were at number 2. He was number 3.
Yeah, so I was just rubbing elbows with George Romero.
You should have just pissed on him at that point.
I thought about just
That's
dribbling
guy
on the
code.
shoe, just dribbling on the shoe a little bit.
That's guy code. You just,
I know.
You don't.
I know.
No matter, you can be fucking President Barack Obama. I'm pissing on your shoes
Yeah.
if you plant your ass next to me.
And I thought about saying something to him like, "Hey, man, I'm a big fan," but I'm like, "You just broke the guy code. I can't."
Great, asshole. I'm not watching any of your movies anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
That's weird. That is strange.
Yes.
Maybe he liked you, man. Like, your mother was already taken care of. He's going to come after you now.
Maybe there's just something about the Night of the Living Dead universe.
The
that they
Rooster
just,
family has
They
got
just
a lot
like
of
the
pheromones.
Rooster family, I guess. I don't know.
Pheromones are just fucking strong
Could
with
be.
you guys.
It very well could be.
That's a good story.
It's a strange
If someone
one.
ever pisses next to me like that, I piss on them. That's
You just
simple.
piss on him.
I just like, dude,
Just go right
seriously,
on him. Just like a dog
Just
marking their
simply
territory.
just mark. He was to your right, so I'm assuming you take a 45-degree turn and just
Yeah. Yeah.
just like piss. Like,
oh,
hey,
my bad, sir.
Your leg is wet now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, nice shoes. I got your scarf wet. My bad.
Maybe he was just. I hate to say it, but maybe he was just arrogant. Like, I can just piss wherever I want. I'll
Maybe.
piss on you.
I think it was just the fact that he's like, just didn't know any better. He's just old.
Were you guys close to the door?
What do you mean close to the door?
Like the door of the stall of the bathroom, so he just jumped onto literally the next
No,
closest
because
one.
this was a very spacious bathroom. It's nice, because it's where they hold like very nice conventions and like business type stuff. So it's a nice, this isn't like McCormick's Place bathrooms where it's or Wrigley Field even better.
Maybe he was just setting you up. Like, as soon as you said, "Excuse me, sir, can you?" "Oh, you know who I am."
Yeah,
No, I do know who you are.
I know who you are. That's why I'm wondering why you're peeing right next to me, sir.
Too bad the iPhones weren't around then.
Oh, I would have definitely taken
Like-
a picture.
This is go Facebook Live and shit.
Yeah.
Romero's pissing next to
Like,
me.
look at this.
Look at these stalls he's got.
Yeah, there's stalls. There's like 30 stalls, at least 8 urinals.
Oh man, you would have been on Fallon. and all
Because if
those-
I remember right, you walk in, and if you immediately go like to the right, there was like a bank of 8 urinals, and then you can go and there's like a short wall, and you make another right, and there's another bank of 8 urinals.
Oh.
And I was on the back side, and he was also on the
Really?
back. Yeah, it was like I said. It was
So there was an
very-
L turn. Almost.
There was it wasn't like in like middle school where you walk in and it's like urinal
Yeah,
stall.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
I mean you could probably have 20, 30 people going to the bathroom at the same time and nobody has to break the law.
Maybe he noticed that your mom was getting hit on, and you just didn't have anything apart of him. He felt bad.
Was he just going in to console me?
Maybe let you see his wang and shit. I don't
Maybe,
know. I don't know.
maybe.
It's weird.
It was very strange.
I guess it doesn't. I guess it makes sense, man. People that make horror movies are slightly off, maybe.
Well, I mean, you do make horror movies. You're going to be a little off.
Yeah, that's fine, but not in the
But
bathroom.
it was an honor. Not very many
Honor.
people can say
you
that.
got sprinkled by the juices of Romero.
Yeah, no, I didn't get sprinkled.
You might have gotten sprinkled off the back wall of the urinal, and you just didn't know it. You thought it was yours.
Oh, no.
You might be carrying around Romero's DNA. You don't even know.
I'm sure I don't even have the clothes I had back then.
It doesn't matter. Your hand got splashed.
I've washed my hands a couple times since then. Like twice.
We know who you are. All right, folks. We hope you enjoyed our rendition of 1968's Night of the Living Dead. Probably sounded like crap, but who knows? Probably sounded really good. I thought we did well.
I thought we had a fun. Hey, this was the first time we actually watched something we both liked and we didn't struggle through it. This is a first.
Next week, what do you think we should do next week? We should
man.
TS19 or TS19. I say
TS19?
CDC one.
Let me put those in my notes too.
Oh yeah, the ones you'll fucking forget.
TS.
I'll get the text during the week like, which one are we doing? Oh man,
Oh, this is when we get to see the alien lady.
alien lady.
Yes, the lady that stays in the CDC.
What?
The lady, the black lady,
Oh, Jackie.
Jackie. I never
What do you call
know
her,
name.
alien lady?
She looks like an alien.
Oh, because her really
Like-
tight, pointed face.
Yeah, she has a very like rounded yet tight. It's a strange face. Yeah. She looks like an alien. I always enjoy seeing
This is
her.
the fucking Romero DNA coming out, right?
Is that
As
what
we
that
speak.
is?
That's what it's fucking happening.
That's what it
right
is.
now.
Oh boy.
So that we'll do that next week for Chrissy. She asked for TS19 because I can't remember what.
You don't want
lies
to do
ahead is.
Silence of the Lambs? You sure?
I'm getting pissed off with you and Chrissy together now.
Hey, I'm just adding on to what you were adding on to Amy and I's conversation.
We should do Silence of the Lambs to hear you fucking try to get through some of the words and the scenes.
That's fine.
You have to like do extra notation.
I would, yeah.
Maybe, folks, maybe I'll do Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
I'll invite in Billy Bob or Buffalo Bob.
Buffalo Bill. Dickhead.
Buffalo Bill.
Jesus.
See,
and I'm going to be the one stuttering through it.
Billy Bob. I think he's from
Varsity Blues?
Varsity Blues. All right, folks. I hope you had some fun. We got less than a month before The Walking Dead comes back.
Yeah. When does that come back?
February 12th.
Oh, February 12th.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we got less than a month already.
Yeah.
It seemed like with this hiatus is flying.
Yeah. Well, we're actually working on the hiatus. We're not taking breaks.
So, yeah, loosewirenetwork.com is where you can find all of our special links to all of our special places.
I like that.
Yeah, and hit that Amazon link, folks.
Twice.
Yeah. Hang out there for a while.
Tell
I'm
your friends,
RJ.
too. I'm the Rooster.
We'll catch you next week.
It's a dead man's party. Who could ask for more? Everybody's coming. Leave your body at the door. Leave your body and soul at the door. Don't run away. It's only me.
What you do with them? Motorboat? You play the motorboat? You motorboating son of a bitch. You old sailor, you.